If you are not already using security within PastPerfect, using security in PastPerfect 5 is a great start. Not only does security help keep your data safe, but it also helps keep track of who has updated records and who has access to certain parts of your PastPerfect program. PastPerfect 5.0 security also will enable you to control who has access to manage specific catalog and context lists, so that only the person who manages that list will be able to add or remove records from that list. To set up security, click on the Setup button from the main menu, and then click on the Security button. At the top of the screen, you will see a group name and number, as well as a button to add or display group members. Each person at your institution, whether they're an employee or volunteer, can have their own login name and unique password. PastPerfect recommends entering each person's name as last name, first name. For my example, I'm going to go to group number 2, the Curators group, and assign John Smith, our curator, to this group and assign him a password. For each group, you will see a column of buttons in the sidebar that correspond to different places in PastPerfect. Select the section that you would like to adjust the security settings for, and then place a check mark next to each section of the program that you want to restrict access to that particular group. For example, under the Development button, I'm going to restrict contact lists, pledges and receipts, and campaigns from the Curators group. I'm also going to make sure that membership, donations, and pledges from the contacts database are also selected so that these screen views are not visible by the group when they are in contacts. When selecting these restrictions, I recommend looking through each section of the security screen to decide the group's access. Specific types of reports, setup features, or utilities options may also be important to restrict for specific groups of users. It is also important to ensure that the administrators group has full access to all parts of the PastPerfect program, and to have at least one person at your institution set up as part of the administrative group. After each group is planned out and all of the names of your staff and volunteers who will be working in PastPerfect are added, you can activate security. To see the new changes, you will need to exit completely out of the program. PastPerfect will give you a warning message that security is active, and once you've completely exited, you will need to reopen PastPerfect. When you reopen PastPerfect, you will now see a drop-down list with the login names and a place to enter in a password. After logging into PastPerfect, anything that is grayed out is a place where the access for this login is restricted. If a user tries to access a restricted area, they will get a message saying that the area is restricted by PastPerfect security. Since John is part of the Curators group, you can see that the Pledges and Receipts section is restricted. As well as if I enter into contacts and try to access pledges. For more information about setting up security, check out Chapter 3 in the PastPerfect User's Guide.